Welcome to the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country. This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
Oh, g'day, New Zealand. You want to go?
Oh, it sounded good in harmony. Together, 1, 2, 3.
G'day, New Zealand.
I hope so.
Welcome to Daily Bhuja. It is the 14th of March, 2018. It's a Wednesday. Wacky Wednesday it is today,
Big
Lee Hart.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's going to be a hell of a show. Don't forget, of course, around 5:30 we'll do the KFC Wheel of Chicken. Heaps of other stuff going on, my friend. Tell everyone about it.
Laughs. Talk about laughs. Laughs. We're going to be having some laughs and a bit of fun later on. Because it's Wacky Wednesday, of course. Giveaways, goes without saying. Music, goes without saying. Ads, things like that. Maybe some other sort of radio bits and pieces.
And I just want to put it out there to the listeners, if I can, Lee Hart, given that it's Wacky Wednesday. If you've got any wacky stories, if you've got any wacky tales you'd like to tell us about, you can always call us on 0800 Hodiki or text us on 3483, something wacky that's happened to you, you know, in the last week or month or so, or the last few years. Love to hear your wacky tales.
And hashtag Wacky Wednesday or Wacky, hashtag Wacky.
I'm imagining, Night Wolf, that you've had some pretty wacky stuff that's happened to you over the years.
Yeah, well, I'm actually saving it for... I've got a night show thing called Hump Day Hoot.
Oh, nice.
And
cool.
I've got a couple of stories that are an absolute
wacky
hoot.
stories?
Well, it's more of a hoot. They're a hoot.
Okay, if you've got any wacky stuff, though, feel free to chuck it out of the show.
So what people text into your show if they've got something that was a bit of a hoot, is that right?
Yeah, I can do that later. I don't want to rain on your parade, for God's sake.
Right, okay.
Yeah. How long do we normally have to talk to before we can go to song?
What, the opening?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, as Ted Teasdale used to say, Lee Hart, you know, a tight, sharp opening is always what you're aiming for.
I'm thinking that too.
Get people sort of, you know, enclosed in the show, shut the gate.
I think we're just about there, eh?
Get stuck into it. And
we're drawing attention to it now, so I'll just
let's go. Let's go. What is it?
Empire of the Sun.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, do you?
Really?
Walking on a Dream. I had a weird dream about you last night.
Wet dream?
No, a weird dream.
Oh, right, okay.
Walking on a dream.
Empire of the Sun there on Daily Bhuja. Can I just reiterate, it's Wacky Wednesday, not Heinous Wednesday.
That's right.
A lot of the texts that we've received thus far would be more on the heinous side of things, as opposed to the sort of crazy, funny, light-hearted, wacky, works on different levels kind of humour that we're looking for.
Let's keep it wacky, people. Keep it wacky. Now, look, did we mention that it's KFC Wheel of Chicken? I think we did.
Yes, we did. Around 5:20 we'll be doing that, my friend. Good
It's
stuff.
worth mentioning it again, I thought.
Yeah, why not?
Expeditions.
Yes.
As you know, I'm a great adventurer.
Well, you have been in the past, certainly.
I've come from a long line of great adventurers, great Uncle Kenny, etc.
Yeah.
You name it, he's done it. Way back in the Scott of the Antarctic days, working with him. I want to pull something together. Once again, I'm starting to feel
some
the
sort of
itch.
expedition, obviously, with us or who?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a Bhuja-related thing. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
It's to promote Bhuja. We're going to get sponsors on board, perhaps National Geographic as well. But I want to know, what can we do that hasn't been done?
Vegas. Oh, no.
Well, I tell you what, that is a really good question. What are the unexplored places of the world that we could go
And it's
to,
more
maybe?
like how you do it. Because remember, they went to the pole, Amundsen. Got there before Scott and Shackleton. I've spent time down there. So the poll was sort of done, so then they started doing it. Hillary did it in tractors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe we could go to different, the same places that other people have been to, but in a different kind of vehicular situation.
Well, this is it. You mix it up. Because Great Uncle Kenny, of course, went across the Australian desert in cross-country snow skis.
Yeah.
No one had done that before. So this is what I'm talking about. What can we do? Can we go across the Pacific in a bamboo raft that we have to build?
Haven't you already attempted that from Greymouth?
Yeah, I know, but the first breaker actually at Greymouth Beach just smashed the thing apart. There was that first wave was the worst one we actually come across.
And all the big bamboo tubes that you had were actually hollow, you realised.
If we
so
got
they
past
filled
that
up with
first
water.
break, you would have been fine.
Yeah.
Would have found ourselves in South America somewhere. Just goes to show. Now look, so text us 3483, name us, or tell us what you think. Are we hot air ballooning?
Could we visit coca plantations in the foothills of Colombia?
We could be going there, but there needs to be sort of a sense of
danger.
This hasn't been done before.
It'd be pretty bloody dangerous.
These are the first people to do this in this. or this on this. And, of course, we want a couple of Bhuja listeners to join us on this trip.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, tell us what sort of trip you're interested in, how you can help, and how you're qualified.
Well, the great thing is we're all going to the gym at the moment, and if we've got an idea of a really full-on expedition, we could all start working out together,
Yeah.
really pushing our bodies to the limits and stuff, egging each other on.
If you're on like a raft going to South America or something, you're going to be out there for months, would you keep fit? Would you maybe take a rowing machine onto the raft and just keep fit that way?
Or probably a cross trainer. But the good
I
thing
suppose
about...
if you're going to take a rowing machine, you might as well take oars.
Well, that's right, yeah. No, if I was to do that, on a...
Taking a rowing machine
rowing
you've
machine
got
on it.
oars.
just to keep fit.
Have a rowing machine on a motorboat.
Yeah, but just because you'd take oars anyway, so that would okay.
Well, the great thing is with planking, for example, you don't need anything. You can plank anywhere.
Perhaps skiffing.
We could skiff. We could maybe pole skiff somewhere.
Is that paddleboarding?
Kind of paddleboarding.
Keep these ideas coming. We've got none so far, and I would love to get some.
Radiohead there, Paranoid Android. They obviously didn't
Too
get
long.
the memo. They did not get the memo because that was 6 minutes 13 seconds, for God's sake.
Too long, Radiohead. Too long.
Can
was
I-
it Tom York? Thom York.
It was
Too
Thom.
long, Thom.
God.
Listen. Now listen. We've got a lot of text coming through. Just want to reiterate something really early in the show.
Yeah, I think we need to do that.
Shay in Blockhouse Bay. Love the show. Love to... Every Wednesday when your show's on, I love to whack off to the show. Look, can I just make this quite clear?
Yeah, we need to make it clear.
It's Wacky Wednesday, not Whack Off Wednesday, okay?
Yeah. Look, we've got no problem with people doing that, but that's not Wacky Wednesday.
We can't control what you do in your car or in your home during the show. That's up to you. I just want to make it clear.
I mean, I
It's
think
Wacky Wednesday.
I think it's great that Shay does that, listening to the show, because what a bloody compliment it is to us.
Yeah, I'm not aroused by that,
he's so aroused and excited by the show that he does that.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't arouse you, though, does it? Look, let's just make it clear, people. Wacky Wednesday, not Whack Off Wednesday.
Now, listen, we had the idea of doing an expedition that no one's ever done before. What about traversing the North Island in one of those giant bubble balls?
I like it. Down the motorway.
Well, wherever we go, we just start at Cape Reinga and go all the way down the North Island just in a bubble ball.
Is that on the water or land?
Well, wherever we end up, basically.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting overseas more.
Oh, okay.
Vegas.
I'm talking Arctic, Antarctic.
I'd love to go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Don't you have to get a boat from Argentina? It takes about 3 weeks.
Or you can get a boat from here or fly from here.
Yeah.
Once we're there, we just got to work out what we want to do.
But I look at the Arctic and I think it's all kind of been done there, you know what I mean? It's, what are we going to do that would be any different from what everyone else has done when they've gone there?
We could go on those things in the Arctic, up the what do you call it? The northern North Pole.
What about
on those? What do you call it? Those Segway things?
No, yeah, well, I guess we could do that. What about pole skiffing across the Nile, or the length of the Nile? Pole skiffing.
I like the thought of the Nile and the Amazon.
Yeah, so do I. Because we
epic.
love our tropical heat, don't we?
We do. Jet skiing up the Amazon.
That could be good.
Can we go and find that tribe that hasn't actually met outside society before?
Yes.
Get some spears thrown at us.
Give them some kind of disease, I suppose.
How do you mean?
Which one?
Probably common cold or something, you know.
Oh, okay. Well,
They haven't seen
You don't want to go.
civilized humans.
Yeah, you don't want to go spread chlamydia in a bloody.
Well, I didn't say we're going to go into the jungle and make love to
Imagine
the,
that.
the local tribes people.
Introduce an STD to a tribe.
yeah, unsullied by the world, and then Bhuja turns up, and they all get infected with chlamydia.
Here's the flu and the clap.
And it started from some sort of girl just out of, where would it be?
We need to go to a song, I think, probably.
Probably 30 seconds ago.
You know what I feel like right now? Bit of royal blood.
Beauty.
Hi guys, awesome show today.
You know, all I'm saying is I've never had a wet dream. I mean, I know it's normal for teenagers to have it and that sort of thing, but I've never had one. Never in my life have I ever had a wet dream. So, you know what I mean?
I don't think I have either.
Yeah. Because, everyone sort of talks like it's something that's really, normal to go through, and it happens all the time with young men.
Yeah, I went to a school thing with my son, and it was kind of weird. You're supposed to go along with your son, and it was all about this sort of stuff.
Wet dreams.
They were talking about this is going to happen, this is going to happen, then this is going to happen.
Was it what you went to your son's sex education class?
Yeah, it was like after hours.
I had one of those, like an adolescence evening.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Your dad has to come along with you. It's really weird.
Seriously?
I remember I was going, none of this, not how I remember it.
They tell you all this ridiculous stuff like, if a girl ever tries to touch you, don't let her. What kind of terrible advice is that?
Exactly.
At our school, and this is true, this is what happened with our sex education, was our priest took it. Stop.
I might stop you
Stop.
there.
No, just stop. No.
Stop you there.
No, he was in charge of sex education.
Oh, it doesn't
and
surprise
what we could do, right, because you'd often be embarrassed about asking certain questions. So he said to us, you can ask me anything you want, you can write it down, and then you just put it in a little container, like a box, suggestion box. And some of the stuff that came out of that container.
Did you write
boy.
Did you write your phone number on yours?
Matt.
Look, I just don't feel like any kind of priest, Catholic or otherwise, is probably the correct person to be running sex education in the present environment.
Yeah, well, I mean, it certainly gave it a religious bent. You know what I mean? In the sense that, we basically, our sex education consisted of don't have it.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. But I find it weird,
I think we've got to keep religion out of sex as much as possible.
Yeah, I think so too.
There's no logic. You've heard my views on this before. I saw something on Facebook just before, which was quite telling. There was an image of the Noah's Ark. Remember that story?
Yes.
Noah's Ark, all the animals coming to get on the Ark, to get saved because of, the planet's going to get flooded. Obviously, you know the story, don't we?
Yes, we do, yeah.
So what they're saying is, anyone stupid enough to believe that 2 penguins walked all the way from Antarctica to the Middle East to jump on this boat needs their head read, and they surely.
Right, okay, interesting.
That's the level of intelligence of people that are deeply religious. Idiots.
We're bowling pace today.
Oh, jeez Louise, okay. That's going to open up
idiots.
Absolute hornet's nest. But I do find it bizarre that you guys went along with your sons to sex education, because I could see you asking more questions than Sammy, to be honest.
I did ask a couple of questions. They weren't the kind of questions they were expecting.
Sammy like, oh, God, Dad.
Don't ask that.
No, don't ask that. Well, I need to know, Sammy.
Yeah. No, I was keen to ask a couple of questions. I just pulled the guy aside later on and asked those. But they're sort of saying you're going to have a wet dream. This is going to happen. You're going to be walking around the school grounds with an erection for half the day. No, you're not. And they're telling you how to deal with that. They say, if you do have an erection, these are the things you can do. You can find your way, go into a quiet room, and
what?
And what?
This is the weirdest sex education I've ever heard of.
But I just remember thinking back, because it wasn't that long ago that I was a kid. I never remember any of this stuff. Just let them get on with it, for God's sake.
Sorry, I raised the topic, to be honest. Going to go to a break or something
in there as well.
Matt?
A lot of different aspects for 4 minutes right there.
That's what I always got taught in radio school. Chuck as many topics as you can in there.
Daily Bhuja.
Nothing like a bit of Metallica to get you juiced up there, Lee Hart. I
Yep.
just want to say a big thanks to the guys at Kokovo. They've sent us through a whole range of coconut oils. This one's pure coconut and extra virgin avocado oil, which you use for your cooking. I might smear that all over my body tonight, see what happens.
Yeah, it's got to be good for your skin.
All right,
With
well,
those
apparently it
ingredients.
is coconut oil.
Yeah, that's right. I mentioned earlier I was talking about Noah's Ark and the fact that, logistically it's a big deal. You got to get a couple of penguins, have to walk all the way from Antarctica, somehow get there, swim, I suppose, to the Middle East, walk across the desert to get on the boat. Someone, well, in a clever kind of way, texted in and said, the idiots are people who think aquatic animals, or birds, needed an ark to live through a flood anyway.
Fair point.
Bhuja will be flooded with the wrath of its very few listeners as a result. Yeah, but very clever. But hey, they don't have eggs in the sea, do they? They swim in the sea, they go hunting
I
in
thought
the
they
sea.
mean like dolphins and fish and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
they go back to land to lay their eggs and actually exist.
Does that still mean we're going to lose thousands of listeners, though?
Apparently so, yeah.
Okay, let's go to a caller, though, who is listening. G'day, Matt! Hello, caller, you're on the Bhuja line. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, it's Matt here. How you going?
Matt.
Great name.
Very well, my friend. How about yourself? Matt? Okay.
Matt, you just need to engage with us a bit more on this radio stuff.
Sorry, mate. I'll hit mute there for a little bit. How you doing?
Yeah,
worries,
very,
mate.
very well, Matt. Well, on your way home from work, obviously. Whereabouts are you?
Indeed, down in the beautiful Waipara Valley today.
Oh, Waipara. Beautiful. Down in North Canterbury.
Yep, that's the one.
And what do you
That's the
do
one.
down in the Waipara Valley there, Matt?
Winemaker.
Oh.
Whereabouts?
Mountford Estate.
Okay, I know a few winemakers down that way.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Hell of a job.
Do you need 3 guys to do quality control?
Definitely. Anytime.
Do you know Royce McKean?
Pardon, was that?
Do you know Royce McKean?
No, I don't know him. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
No, that's all good, Matt. That's all good. Can I ask, what are you calling up about, buddy?
I reckon I might have heard the old Bhuja hawk.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Matt. Well
Beautiful.
done. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. Tom's really excited about this because he's got some great stuff to give away.
Yep.
So we're going to pass you over to Tom in Studio B, my friend, and he'll sort you out with a plethora of goodies.
Beautiful.
Big stack of stuff he's got there.
Good on you, mate. Hold the line.
Thanks.
Since the Strokes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bhuja with Lee and Chase. Text them on 3483 or call 0800 Hodaki.
New one there from Franz Ferdinand, always ascending. Text just in, Lee Hart, on the textual machine. Hey lads, top-notch show today. Hey Lee, did Adam and Eve have belly buttons?
It's a very good question, isn't it?
It is a very good question. Initially, I
They'd
was
have
going,
no
well,
need for them.
Well, that's right, because weren't they the first human beings?
Yeah, so obviously they didn't. Yeah, because that's from your womb, isn't it? From
Well,
your
yeah,
mum.
you got to have your umbilical cord connection, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't answer that question. It's probably in the Bible somewhere as to whether or not they
Yeah.
did. I don't think they did, actually. But then again, I don't know my Bible that well, to
I
be
think we're
fair.
breaking rule 1 of the Bible. You're not supposed to question it.
Well, I mean,
I'm certainly not doing that, Matt.
this whole thing started about talking about making love, but we know for a fact that Adam and Eve obviously had an incestuous relationship because all people on Earth came from them.
Were they related to start with, though? They might have been the only ones not having an incestuous relationship.
Good question.
Well, good point, even. Hey, listen, the time is 4:52. Do we have time for Lee Hart's Name That Tune?
Yes, we do.
Let's do Lee Hart's Name That Tune.
Thanks, guys. You know what?
Is it going to be like a religious type sort of tune today?
No.
Maybe you could play something on an organ or
I'm
something.
going to really take you back into the early days of a certain band. Okay? And you got to remember,
You got a massive droop on your mic there, didn't you?
Flaccid
you
microphone.
got to remember a lot of this stuff is done with effects, and all the guys when they record this stuff and they do their big gigs, they've got technology. I'm just using a basic run-of-the-mill acoustic guitar. Okay?
Okay. Are you trying to say that it's going to be really crap?
I'm just saying it's amazing what I can do.
Okay.
There we go. Again?
Yeah, one more time.
Do you want me to add a bit to you? Ready?
Yep. Okay, if you can name that tune, give us a call right now on 0800 Hodaki. Love to hear from you.
Daily Bhuja with KFC's Smoky Barbecue Bacon Burger. Now with 25% more farmyard. This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Voigt.
Yes, indeed, it sure is. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon. Before 5, we had Lee Hart's Name That Tune, and a lot of people calling in, Lee Hart. Do you want to do a bit of a refresh?
Yeah, I think I should. Now let's have a look. Ready?
Yes.
This is shocking.
I think this is just going to confuse people. I'll tell you what we'll do, because I'm sure someone got it the first time. Let's go to Jamie and Dunners. G'day, Mad.
G'day.
How's Dunedin today?
Oh, it's bloody beautiful today, mate.
Yeah, it's always beautiful in Dunedin. You can't beat Dunedin on a beautiful day, that's for sure. Now, Jamie, let's cut to the chase here, my friend. Can you name that tune?
Yeah, I reckon it sounded a bit like the intro to Filter's song "Take My Picture," or was it "Take a Picture"? Or something?
Interesting there, Jamie.
I'm not too sure now. You sort of throwing me off.
Yeah, see, this is the thing about doing it again. I reckon it throws people off. Lee Hart, is Jamie correct?
He's not correct, I'm afraid, Jamie.
Sorry about that, mate, but thanks for the call. Thanks for listening too, by the way.
Righto.
Good on you, mate. Let's go to James in Christchurch. G'day, mate.
Fellas, how we going?
Yeah, good. You're a car groomer.
I am.
Have you ever had to groom a car when someone's done poos in it?
Luckily not just yet, but dreading the day.
Vomit?
Not yet as well.
Wheeze?
No, not that either.
A dog hair would have to be the worst, wouldn't it?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Well, what's the technique? What do you use for dog hair? Because I have that problem at home.
Vacuum, but with that brush.
The brush.
Not the usual insert, but with the brush.
The brush attachment,
It's
okay.
not just your car, it's like your whole house.
Oh, yeah.
You can get the old gaffer tape and just run that across it and just pull it off like that. That works quite well, I find.
Yeah, I'll give that a go next time.
Good on you, James. Can you name that tune?
Is that Pinball Wizard by The Who?
Oh,
That would have been...
I'm afraid it's not, James. But, mate, thanks for your call and thanks for listening to the show. Have a great afternoon.
And you too, fellas. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. Let's go to Neil. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How you going, Neil? Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
How's the insurance business going?
Insurance business is brilliant at the moment.
Say it again like you mean it, Jace.
Is it booming, is it?
It's booming, yeah.
Excellent stuff. Now, I don't know why I feel this, Neil, but I've got the feeling that you're going to get this right.
Yeah, well, I was brought up with this band in the 80s, so, yeah.
Sounding good so far. You're right on the button so far.
Yeah. I mean, it was clearer the first time. That second...
Yeah, that second
How
one was
about-
just...
how about this time?
It's just an abomination,
How
the
about this time?
second one.
Is that any better?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got it.
Okay, Neil, hit us with it, mate.
Definitely a U2 song.
Yep.
And, yeah, title was a little bit tricky, but I think it's Bad.
It's good. You've got it.
It's good, is it?
Yeah, bad is good.
You know,
You've got
bad
it.
is good.
Bad is good. Bad is good. Excellent.
Does this take you back, Neil?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
One of my favourite bands still today.
Yeah, they're a great band, the old U2, aren't they?
Fantastic. Yeah.
This was a good era for them too.
Bono, what a voice.
Back in the day.
The Edge.
God, I was about 4 when this came out.
How old were you when this all sort of came out, Neil?
Oh, I was about 17, 18.
Yeah.
So, a good few years ago. I remember seeing them live at the, what's that place in Ellerslie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some small venue. It was really good.
Yeah, brilliant, man, brilliant.
So well done. Yeah.
Good on you, buddy. Sound the line, and our good man Tom will sort you out with the prize. How does that sound?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
guys.
mate. Wish we could have played that out. I love that song.
Yeah, well, that's radio.
Bloody Chewbacca, man. God, he's been so moody lately, isn't he? What's going on with...
Why play a good song?
Yeah,
On
no,
radio,
fair
no,
point. Yeah, fair point. Oh, it's a bit of rage, though. Rage Against the Machine there on Daily Bhuja. Sorry, I was just momentarily mesmerised by your guitar playing there.
Yeah, thanks,
Lee
mate.
Hart. Just
You know, I do
strumming
lessons,
all-
eh?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could probably teach you.
Well,
How's your
actually,
daughter getting on with the guitar?
she's going great guns, man.
Yeah.
She sits and jams
You
all
know,
day
any
long.
time she wants to get any tips, advice,
I
or
kind of feel
lessons.
like I mean I know this is a really big call, but I kind of feel like she surpassed your level. You know what I mean? And
No, you just don't.
she said that if you ever wanted to come and have a jam with her, she would be happy for that.
This is the voice of naivety. That's what happens. You think you know it all once you play a couple of tunes and you play a few scales and a couple of chords. But really, what you've got to understand, and she needs to understand very quick smart, is that it really takes more than that. You've got to learn to absorb it, and a bit of humility wouldn't go amiss either.
Well, it was more coming from her tutor, her own guitar guy, saying that she's totally open to every form of music. She seems to pick it up just by listening to it once.
Keep an eye on him.
She's the most extraordinary student he's ever had, apparently.
Definitely keep an eye on him.
But thanks for asking. I'll get it.
I had the same thing as my guitar teacher. He said, I've never ever experienced someone like this before. He's a child prodigy.
Right, I had the same experience. My guitar teacher, when I was like 9, said...
So you learned guitar for a while?
Well, he said, I've never heard anything like this before. It's the most appalling thing that's ever come across my studio.
You gave up?
Yeah, I totally gave up. I hated playing the guitar.
Is that when you got into acting and stuff?
Oh, I was always into acting. It was part of my DNA, Lee Hart. You know what I mean? I was that guy at the school ground that put on the funny voices.
But you never thought about giving up the acting, though, but you gave up the guitar. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I just seemed to get a bigger response for the acting than I did with the guitaring. Didn't seem to go
all
down.
joking aside, though, if she needs any more guidance, as a musician, one of the first things you learn, you never stop learning. And you learn from other people.
Well, incidentally, on that note, because you were putting it out there, if people want to get in contact with you to, maybe get their kids, teaching their kids guitar, or even maybe some adults out there that have gone, you know what, I want to try something different. How do they get hold of you? Maybe our Facebook page, something like that?
Yeah, probably the Facebook page or text 3483. And if they're serious, I can get in touch and we can see what we can do.
Look, and on that front, if there's anyone out there that wants to learn the rudiments, the fundamentals of acting, and acting technique, audition technique, you can Facebook us on that as well, and I'll be sure to get onto that. Is there any skill that you have, Nightwolf, that you'd like to offer the listeners out there that we could put on our Facebook page?
Over and above radio stuff, I think nowadays you need to add more than just being a top radio DJ.
Nothing I could really pass on. More just sort of self-taught skills over the years. A lot of trial and error.
Bushcraft, or what sort of stuff are you talking about?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So Lee Hart's guitar lessons, Jason Hoyt's acting and audition lessons,
and Matt Ward's bushcraft.
And Matt Ward's bushcraft. Any of those things, go to our Facebook page and put it on there.
Not to massively bring it down, and there's no way of seamlessly segueing into this, but apparently Stephen Hawking just died.
You're joking?
Yeah. Seriously?
Yeah.
Did he?
Far out. Seriously?
It's just come through the news.
Genuinely, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's massive news.
76.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do another break on this when we come back, but good on him. I mean, he lived a lot longer than he was expected to.
Yes, indeed.
I think his life expectancy was about 5 years after he had that diagnosis back in the early 60s.
One of the greatest minds of all time, many people argue. One of the greatest minds of all time.
Well, this one's for Stephen.
What, the Killers, Mr. Brightside.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
The Killers there on our Daily Bhuja Wednesday afternoon. Don't forget, very shortly you're going to be doing the KFC Wheel of Chicken. Don't call now! Later on in about 10 minutes or so. But very sad news today that we've literally just heard about, Lee Hart. Just heard about.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking, of course, the, I suppose you call him physicist.
Physicist.
Astronomer.
I suppose you could call him the world's smartest man.
Yeah, well, many people would say that. Passed away. But he's had an illness bulk of his life, 55 years.
50-odd years he's had that. Got a bit of a bio there, Maddie. What sort of stuff?
Died age 76, author of A Brief History of Time. Often
great.
said to be the world's smartest man. Helped us understand black holes using quantum theory to show they can emit radiation.
It'd be amazing to have a mind like that, wouldn't it?
Well, just to compare him with, say, one of the world's stupidest men, say Trump, this example.
Yeah.
Old Hawking himself has a great quote that he says, quiet people have the loudest minds. You see? That pretty much rules us out as
I was
radio
going to say,
DJs.
what does that make us then?
Well, forget us for a moment. But look at someone like Trump. Going on and on and on.
Oh,
I'm the smartest man, I'm the smartest guy. He's an idiot. This guy, a proper smart man.
Yeah.
He was also on The Simpsons.
Who, Stephen? Was
Hawking.
he?
Yeah.
Your theory of a donut-shaped universe is intriguing, Homer. I may have to steal it.
That would have been him too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no, it was definitely him. It was definitely him.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, at 76, good on. That's
An
not a bad
extraordinary
innings.
life.
So he, since 21, he had motor neurone disease. So that's what, 55 years in a wheelchair like that.
Yep.
So not only a brilliant mind, but a massive amount of perseverance and courage.
Imagine
through
how
all
many
that.
idiots he had to put up with
Yeah,
over his
exactly.
lifetime. Be the world's smartest man.
Well, good sense of humour, apparently.
Just, on what he was saying about quiet people have the loudest minds.
Yep.
I'm very quiet at home.
Yeah, when I'm not on radio, I'm very.
I'm a very quiet person.
I hardly talk
generally.
at all.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying I'm massively intelligent. I'm just saying I am actually quite a quiet person by nature.
What's that other quote? Best have people think you're an idiot than open your mouth and remove all doubt.
Yeah. Which we quite often do on this show. Hey, coming up very shortly, we're going to have the
Or another good quote is this one.
Wheel of
I often
Chicken.
use this one. Sorry,
Yes.
mate. Using my best command of the English language, I said nothing. See?
That was amazing.
That's good.
That's good, man.
You'd almost apply that to any language, wouldn't you?
You can, though. What it means is, sometimes it's best not to say it. Except on radio, of course.
Here's RK Park.
Jason Hoyt, Lee Hart, it's Bhuja on Radio Hodaki.
It's the KFC Wheel of Chicken.
Sorry, it's just the Wacky Wednesday. I was just trying to...
Do some wacky stuff, will you?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that was unusual. Hey, that is the highlight of the Daily Bhuja week, of course, the KFC Wheel of Chicken. And we've got... You right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. We've got Todd on the line from Nelson. Hang on. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
How's Todd today?
Todd's beautiful. Todd's very happy.
How's the beautiful Nelson?
Beautiful, sunny, warm,
Oh,
usual.
Is your nickname the Todd Father?
Maybe.
could be now,
If it's
Matt.
not,
that
it's a
you're
missed
gonna-
opportunity.
The Todd father.
I have been used. That's been used before.
Do you ever get down to the old Stoke Brewery there down in Nelson?
Yes, have a few changies.
Good spot, isn't it?
It is a great spot.
Good cafe there, isn't it?
Oh, they're just good ribs. Some good
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah. Great spot. Great spot.
But anyway, let's talk KFC
Yeah, yeah.
because we all enjoy hulling into a bit of KFC, don't we, Todd?
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful,
Watching
mate.
the rugby, bit of KFC.
Yep, good on you. Now listen, my friend, it's going to change your life playing the KFC Wheel of Chicken. So, hard, medium, soft spin.
Go hard.
Hard, okay. Clockwise, anti-clockwise.
Or clockwise.
Is that port or starboard?
Which way are you looking though?
Yeah, exactly. Front of the boat.
Which way are you looking more like it?
Front of the boat.
Forward,
that's-
so port.
Okay,
that'd be
port.
starboard.
We'll go
wouldn't it?
port.
If you're facing forward on a boat, that'd be starboard. If you want to go hard clockwise.
Okay,
Oh.
hard starboard, is it? Or
Yeah, hard
port?
starboard.
Hard
Go-
starboard.
go- yeah,
Todd
fine, man.
wants hard starboard. Let's go hard starboard.
Okay.
Just while it's spinning there, Todd, is there anyone you want to dedicate this to?
I suppose my wife, she usually listens to Bhuja, so you can dedicate to Kate, that'd be lovely.
Good on you, mate.
Kate, was that her name?
Yeah, that's her name.
Lovely name, Kate.
Be gentle, boys, be gentle.
Oh, it's,
I tell you what, you've got $50 KFC voucher. Well, we're going to double it. Make it 100.
yeah.
Oh,
$100
Oh, thank you very
KFC
much, boys.
voucher, Todd. How's that, buddy?
that is brilliant. Thank you very much.
No
So
worries.
what we'll
my
do,
friend.
you've got a $50 KFC voucher. We're going to quadruple that to 200, then halve it back to 100. How does that sound for you?
Yeah, it's good solid maths. I like it.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
mate.
go for the middle. Good stuff. Hey, you enjoy that, my friend. Get some mates over, have a bit of a KFC party down in beautiful Nelson, and send us some pics, why don't you, Todd?
Absolutely. Thank you, boys.
Thanks, mate.
Keep it wacky.
There you go. Just like that.
So simple.
Beautiful. Okay, quick, go to an end.
Daily Bhuja with KFC's Smoky Barbecue Bacon Burger. Deliciously smoky. Seriously good.
So what you can do is you get all those packs right and just put them through the Reduce Head app, and that'll solve all those problems. Your head won't look so massive. It's great. It's great. I've used
But
it
it wouldn't
myself.
be easy just to sort of stand further away from the
Why
camera.
don't you just hold it back further and then you're fine?
Well, I mean, the thing is you don't have to worry about, where or how you're taking the photo. You take the photo and then just put it through the Reduce Head app, and it just reduces your head naturally.
okay.
And just looks at the construction of the photo and goes, okay, the head's massive in that, so I'll bring it back to kind of fit and make it look normal.
Back with the normal parameters.
Yeah, with like a normal parameter.
Okay, interesting.
Now, last night, Matt, we were very close, and Lee, I know you were pretty keen on this, with our Instagram, Bhuja Instagram page to 10,000, and we were 130 away, I believe, and disappointingly, Matt, we haven't reached that 10,000.
Well, it's pretty much like when you go to the pokies in a sports bar. You'd be familiar with that.
Yep.
And you've got the jackpot. And this time the jackpot is 10,000. And it's 9,916 at the moment for the Daily Bhuja Instagram. And once it hints that
What's that? How many is that?
So it's 84. 84 off.
84 people listening surely now can get on Instagram, like the damn page, and be done with this thing.
And what was that big prize again? Once we hit the
it's going
jackpot.
to be a big, massive, wacky jaggy prize pack.
Yeah.
T-shirts, caps. Might even be some beer in there if we can swing it around through the legalities of the beer marketing
The
stuff.
only thing that sort of worries me about that sort of stuff is, does that mean in reality we've only really got 9,900 listeners in total, and that maybe we've
Or it could be less than that.
We've done our
Could be less
dash.
than that. You got to remember, a lot of those people on the Instagram may not be listeners of the show.
We did
They just like the Instagram page, so there could only be 400 listeners for all we know.
We
Yeah,
did
that's
pay
true.
for 6,000 followers on Instagram who
We paid for that, did we?
Their accounts from India
Okay.
who have 2 or 3 followers.
I was
So
wondering why so many of the names were sort of Ajmil and Rashid and all this sort of
And
stuff.
asking you
I
to
didn't
send-
realise. That's that, is it? Okay.
that's why they're asking you to send pics of Vajin.
Okay, that's it.
Is buying like likes and stuff deceitful?
Not really.
I mean, is it creating the illusion of popularity when that doesn't happen?
I've been selling some of our likes to other radio stations
Right, okay.
that have less listeners.
So if you've got a massive overflow of likes, can you sell them to another person?
Tell you what, she just jumped 66.
There you go. Keep
Like-
going, people. 66. We can do this in this
We
voice
could almost
break.
do a live countdown on the show, Lee
Yeah.
Hart, at that rate.
17 off, and it's going to hit the jackpot.
17. We've got some big celebration music to kick in when this happens in about 30 seconds. God,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
exciting.
Wasn't it Lunch with the
The
Lads or something?
final countdown. We've got that song somewhere.
I've got everything.
Okay, well, hopefully by the time we come back after this next couple of songs, we
Well,
would
I
have
just want to
cracked
see
the
where we're
10.
at.
So I'm not playing the final countdown?
No,
Oh, we've
put
done
the
it!
fi-
We've done it! Tom
the
and
final
Studio
countdown
B. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, New Zealand. Thank you, Kiwis. We're there. We did it together as a team.
Massively humbled.
What a day to be alive.
I'm massively humbled.
So who wins the prize?
Well, we're going to go through all 10,000 people.
We're going to put them through the randomizer. Tomorrow's show, I reckon make it Friday. Big Friday.
Big Friday show.
Make it on Big Friday. We'll announce the winner of the big prize. This is quite
Are
humbling.
you crying? Are they tears?
That's more to do with the Stephen Hawking thing.
Is that why your
okay.
chin's wobbling?
I want to dedicate this to Stephen Hawking. I know it sounds a little bit naff.
What, the final countdown?
No, Al.
First the Killers, now
No,
the final
forget that.
countdown.
Forget that now.
Can we find a more appropriate song for Stephen?
I wish it was more appropriate but it's actually Alt J in Cold Blood,
Oh,
which is...
Someone
this is
says.
just going from bad to worse.
Someone's saying, how do I spell Bhuja? It's B-H-U-G-A. Okay?
J.A.
That's right. B-H-U-J-A.
My summer soul, side my backflip.
I'm just asking, Matt, if you've got my back, is basically what I'm saying. I mean, if I'm going to do that, have you got my back for that?
Yeah, I didn't realise you meant literally.
Yeah, I mean literally.
Hypothetically,
when I
I've-
say I'm going to do something, Matt, I mean literally. And I just need to know. I know Lee's got my back. I don't
Yeah.
even need to ask Lee that, but I need to ask you, have you got my back,
Yeah,
Matt?
I just wasn't expecting you to take your shirt off.
Okay.
Kind of
We
thing.
don't need a situation of air to Matty, if you know what I mean? Stabbing us in the back. That, of course, was Shakespeare. Or Caesar, of course. You remember Julius Caesar was slaughtered by his friends. But look, Stephen Hawking obviously has passed away today, and it's sad. It's just hit us like a thunderbolt, especially on Wacky Wednesday, which kind of really pulled the rug out from under us on that one a little bit.
Yes.
But you know what? I don't think we've done a decent tribute to him yet. So I think
No.
later on, I think we'll do something.
A musical
I don't know
tribute.
a musical tribute. I mean, the wrong songs keep coming up every time we're talking about them.
Yeah, totally, man. So we need to get a
Another
proper
one,
song.
Bites the Dust, is probably going to come up next, and nothing seems to be fitting and proper at the moment. So hopefully, down the track, I might have a word to Chewbaccaman and see if we can maybe get something a little bit more fitting for the great Stephen Hawking.
Can I just put this to you, Leha, that you don't have a word with Chewbaccaman?
Yeah.
You tell Chewbaccaman.
Yeah.
You say, Chewbaccaman, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, here you. Have you got my back?
Oh, you can get pretty stroppy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, maybe we'll just lock the studio, as we've done plenty of times. We've got a few beers in here, and we'll just go for it.
Look, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'd love for us to do a 24-hour kind of session on radio.
Yeah.
Are you guys into that?
I'd be more into just doing a 24-hour session and not involving the radio.
Oh, okay. That's a better idea, actually. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm into it.
What, a 24-hour session or just a 24-hour session with radio
Well,
on
they
it?
sort of go hand in hand, really, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Can't really have one without the other, can you? 24 hours is a long time to be on radio. But I think that's great. Really show those other stations, those other namby-pamby stations, who's boss around here. Who's a bit of rock and roll.
This makes me nervous. We could say a lot of stupid crap in 24 hours, especially if it's a session.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, mate. That's a good point. Hey, plenty more coming up after 6. You're listening to Bhuja.
Daily Bhuja with KFC's Smoky Barbecue Bacon Bhuja. Burger.
The Matt and Jenny Show.
So I was thinking, what better job in radio than to just work out the whole time when I'm doing my radio show on air, and then I become buff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working out. I'm doing, I don't know, what do you call these?
Curl to press.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, but that's the worst curl to presses I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
What am I doing wrong?
Everything.
Matt and Jeremy. The Hodaki Breakfast. Weekdays from 6.
Weezer there, happy hour. I just had a sudden thought, actually, reading that happy hour, that we should have some sort of Friday Daily Bhuja happy hour.
We kind of do, don't we?
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Kind of having a Wednesday one at the moment, aren't we?
Well, you guys are, certainly.
Look, I
Do
just
you realise how long that's going to take you in the gym to work off, Matt? Not that you've been to the gym this week.
No, I'm
not
feeling
since last Thursday.
I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm trying to mask the illness, the ailments now with Wakachangi, and it's working quite well.
Guys, we're going to try and bring it down and bring it up at the same time.
Yeah,
Now,
okay,
look,
good call.
The late, great Stephen Hawking passed away today, 76.
He did.
Great man. That's all we know. It's not like we knew him, but it's an icon. He passed on. I don't think we've done a fitting tribute to him yet.
Musically, are you talking about?
Musically or any other way. It took us by surprise. We were shorter words, shorter songs. Every song that came up
Was massively inappropriate.
massively inappropriate every time. A listener texted in with a possible an idea for a song, and I think it's very fitting and proper. So I think shut the door and you keep Chewbaccaman from coming in. We'll play it.
Yeah, I don't even think we ask him, mate. I'm tired of asking Chewbaccaman to play a tune, you know what I mean?
That's right. I'm not going to say the name of the song. We're just going to play it, and hopefully Stephen Hawking is up there. And this is the way I think of him. This is Bhuja's personal tribute to Stephen Hawking.
And thank you for the listener who
Yeah, totally.
texted in.
That's what radio's all about, Jace.
It is, mate.
Great idea.
Should we go into it?
We'll get
Let's just do it.
Tom to run interference and Chewbacca.
Nirvana there on Daily Bhuja. I was just reading your Instagram page there, Maddie.
Oh, yeah.
See, you're having a bit of a St. Paddy party on Saturday at your
just a bit of
house.
a- yeah, actually, if you guys can.
Yeah, well,
I
might
mentioned it earlier in the week.
Yeah, well, look, I might just see if I can shift some things,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, you got to wear something green,
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
and we're actually having quite a full-on beer pong tournament.
Right,
Where's the
okay.
Changies there?
Yeah.
We could put the green dye in it, if you like.
Can I just
Yeah, that'd be
clarify, were you were inviting me as well?
Yeah, well, I mentioned it earlier in the week, Jace, if you were listening.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Tom had it like an invite, and the guys out in the offices all had like invites and
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, "What's that about? Whose party is that?" And he was like, "Maddie's, the Night Wolf." And I was like, "Oh, did you get one of those?"
Well, didn't. I don't know if I got an official one. I was just chatting to Matt about it, but
We're that close. Like, you don't have to invite people. It's like half the time I just turn up.
Well, I mean, it was only because I went on the Instagram page and I saw that you were actually having the party. So
yeah, if you're interested, if anyone's listening, backs themselves a St. Paddy's beer pong player.
What's your capacity at your place?
We just got a brand new deck actually, so we'd love to test it out. You don't know your limits until you push past
So
them.
what are we looking at? 150, 200?
Well, so far we've got about 30 or 40, I think, but we're more than happy to double that.
Okay. Is it just guys at the moment, or?
Predominant, no, because we've got some female flatties.
Okay,
so
right.
they've got friends, and our friends sort of don't tend to come out a lot of the time.
Can I bring my dog?
Yeah, Benny. Well, Benny's already clicked attending.
Okay, he has he? All right, here we go.
Has, yeah.
You know when you click on that yes, no, maybe, does it just say I say yes, right?
Yeah.
Does that just send through? Because I go yes, and I don't know if they've received my yes or not.
Well, it just says one more person. Apparently
Oh, so they do get it?
There's a list of people attending, and you'll be on that list.
Right, okay, because it doesn't say yes, we've sent that.
Yeah.
What it should have, what Facebook and that should have, it should say yes, yes, no, maybe. If you say yes, and then you don't end up showing up, come the Monday or something, you should get an abusive text going,
where the hell were you?
You arsehole kind of thing.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
Would you like me to bring some salads and stuff?
Preferably not salads, maybe some hors d'oeuvres, some tuppers, mini beef Wellingtons perhaps.
You're obsessed with mini beef Wellingtons. What is that about?
Or pulled pork, those little sliders.
Oh, yeah, I can do those.
That'd be good.
No worries.
If anyone's around the North Shore area of Auckland, feel free to pop along.
North Shore party, eh?
Sure thing.
Oh, that was good. How you did that.
Can't teach that.
Here's the black seeds.
What do you mean, sure thing? I don't get that. What do you mean?
That means you're a sure. Well, it's a bit of a double entendre.
It's like a geographic.
Not just a
Muse there, Thought Contagion on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chuffed that we reached 10,000 on the Instagram page. That's pretty good, isn't it?
bloody good.
It's
That's a long
really
way
good.
to go on a 100,000 goal, of course, but yeah, it's good.
Small steps, Lee Hart, small steps.
Like a bit more of a community with our listeners. That's what I like about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. Someone's texted in what's happening with Bhuja Palooza.
Yeah. Well, what's happened, of course, is still under control. With all this cricket we've been doing over the summer, we've had to kind of pull back from it, the organisation side of it. But I'm heading up that way shortly to organise some logistics. We'll have some news on that very, very shortly. A lot of the bands have already committed.
Right, well, that's great
So
news.
far we've got Clap Clap Riot occurring.
Yeah.
There was another one.
Yeah.
Amy Shark.
Will be there. Yes, she'll definitely be
Dave
there.
Dobbin. We also had
Jordan Luck.
oh yeah,
Jordan
sorry,
Luck.
Stella.
Jordan
Yeah,
Luck.
Stella can.
Hey, which just reminds me, actually, Maddie, I can't make you a party this weekend. I'm going to be at the Eco Lodge.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so my
Sorry,
bad, mate.
What was that?
I'm at the Eco Lodge this weekend.
Really?
I sent you that thingy, the email. It's just saying, are you at the Eco Lodge, blah, 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 blah. I'm planning to head up that way.
Yeah, and I
stuff.
said no, but that didn't mean you can go, kind of thing.
Well, I didn't get the no. Did you say no? Well, I've got people coming up and all sorts of stuff. I can't just pull out of it now.
I didn't say no that you could go. I just said no, I won't be up there.
Oh, right. That's what I mean.
That doesn't just presume you can't just presume that you can go up.
Well, I presume that, because it's the Eco Lodge, it's
Just because I'm not there, I could have in-laws or all sorts of people saying.
Well,
"Hey."
actually, I'm taking my in-laws up there, so that could actually work out quite well. I mean, if your in-laws were going there,
Well, they are. So, I mean,
is there enough room for them to sleep there, though? I mean, how many beds is at the Eco Lodge? There's like 6, isn't there? I've got 6 coming up myself.
well, that puts me in a real difficult position.
Well, can't Herb sleep? Put him up in a B&B or something?
Well, you got that stretcher in the spare room.
Oh, yeah, we could put the stretcher out. No, that's fine. No, that's all good. But it's a bugger because I was looking forward to that party. It sounds like it's going to be a real doozy on the shore.
It is.
You're seriously going up there, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have been getting the place fumigated or something for you, knew.
Well, that's why I emailed you and said, are you going to the Eco Lodge next weekend? You said, nah, and I went, sweet.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk about this off here.
So who is coming to my party? You coming?
Oh, well, Lee will, because he's not going to the Eco Lodge, I can tell you that much.
Beauty.
Good
We
stuff.
can be beer pong buddies.
Yeah.
Fatboy Slim there on Daily Bhuja this Wednesday afternoon. Jeez, it's been a jam-packed show, Leah.
Yeah, it certainly has,
You
mate.
know, it's just been hurtling along, which is always a good sign in my book. Always a good sign. Oh,
What's happened there, mate? What's going on?
no, just a text from my wife there.
Sexting gone wrong again.
Should we pick up milk or something? Or?
No, she's not going to be home till late, sort of.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Work thing or?
Not sure, actually. Not sure. But anyway,
Cool. So you just going to head straight home then, or you?
oh, well, that was the plan. I got those big king prawns out of the freezer, and I was going
Garlic?
Yeah, well, I put a bit of garlic on there, a bit of coriander, and I was going to have a bit of a special dinner. That's all. And
A bottle of wine out and maybe.
yeah. Well, I was, because the barbecue, it's the weather sort of. I said, hey, let's
Let's
just
make the most of it. Yeah.
just you and me have a lovely barbecue tonight, and I'll make us some nice salads and nice, bottle of wine. And
Yeah. It's important
stuff.
that kind of time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
well, absolutely.
Good for relationships.
Well, it's sort of what bonds you, really, isn't it? I mean, that's what a marriage is about. But
Can't make it. Oh, that's, oh well.
What's she doing?
Next time, I suppose.
pardon?
What's she doing?
I don't know. She just said I'm going to be late tonight. 11:30, 12ish. So, but anyway, moving on.
On a school night.
Oh well, it's just how it is, isn't it? Righto. Looking at the log here. Yeah.
The log here says Jace gets a text for me. That's good. You got that? Cool.
Oh, that's weird that the log picked the fact that I was going to get a text.
No, I think just Tom typed it in post the
Oh,
text.
right, okay.
He's just doing like a post log. So, even if we don't have anything in the log, once we've done it, Tom will type it in so it's in there, so as a diary.
That's a great idea.
So we know what we've actually done.
Yeah, well, that's a brilliant
But like
idea.
like a black box fight recorder for a plane that's crashing. You need to have a record of.
This is actually what happened. Yeah, nice.
Need a record of what was said just
Yeah.
before it absolutely combusted in flames.
Certainly hope it's not for the best of.
Yeah, but that's a great idea. It's called the black box. It's in the black box. That last link. Now,
Should we go to a tune?
yeah.
I've been gagging to for the last 2 minutes.
Oh, what's this one,
That
Matty?
was bloody royal blood.
Oh,
How
of
do we get
course
so
it is.
dark? How do we get so dark?
And that just gives it a really nice sort of crust, I guess you'd call
I
it.
suppose it would eventually, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it gives you that crack as you're biting into it. Beautiful, mate.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hey, that brings us to the end of the show, and what a show it's been. We were, it was Wacky Wednesday, of course, but then the very sad news mid-show, really, Lee Hart,
Yep.
wasn't it? Of the passing of the great Stephen Hawking.
Yeah,
And,
I wouldn't say we broke that news to the world,
No,
but
I
in
don't
many
think so.
ways we did. But it's not about us, though, obviously.
Yeah, well, I think the tributes clearly are going to flow in over the next couple of days, and rightly so. I mean, I kind of look at a guy like that, and, and I look at the legacy he's left behind and think to myself, God, what have I done with my life? You know what I mean? You look at someone like Stephen Hawking and just go, oh, I should just stop doing everything I'm doing. There's no point. I'm going to get nowhere near that.
I often look at you and I think that as well.
Yeah, I can tell when you're looking at me like that, too.
Yeah. Not so much what have you done, more like what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Do you ever question yourself what you're doing there, Matt?
Every day, Jace.
Yeah. I guess we all do.
I think Stephen Hawking, the great man himself, you may have this quote handy, Matt. He said, what is this amazing universe is worth nothing if there's no love in it. Even from a mathematician.
It would not be much of a universe if it wasn't home to the people you love.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the one.
There you go.
Well, and what a fitting way to end the show on that
What
note,
a
I think.
fitting way. So, can we rephrase that to include, can we say, it would not be much of a radio show if it was not broadcast to the
People who love it.
No, the people we love.
Oh, the people we love, yeah.
Well, obviously they wouldn't listen if they didn't love it.
Yeah, that's humbler.
Actually,
though.
just leave it with Stephen Hawking. I
Yeah,
think
no,
he
we'll
said
stay
it
with
better.
Stephen. Matt.
We're kind of ruining it. Yeah.
We're trying to claim his stuff for ratings, but that's pretty tacky, to be honest. Look, it's sad, but tomorrow's another day. And
Great life.
Great life.
From
Tribute to
Lee,
him.
myself, and Lobo di Noche. Have a great evening out there. Tune in again tomorrow. Until then, Bhuja to you. Bhuja Dana.
On a friendly shore. It's love. It's love. It's love. It's the love boat. It's the love boat. It's the love boat. Love.
How well do you know the US of A?